Hello, Merry Christmas, and welcome to your latest episode of Disc 2 Movie Review with me, Rhian Evans, and my fellow film fanatic friends Martyn, Cain and Lee Stevens. Thank you very much for joining us. Today we are going fully festive, because it would be rude not to at this time of the year, and we are going to be looking at unconventional Christmas films.
There's someone in the house.
This school has 200 years of history. Many sacrifices have been made to keep our traditions alive.
You're all insane.
So today we're talking about unconventional Christmas films. So to start with, what constitutes a Christmas film?
I'd say if Christmas was at the core theme of it, so it's not just a film that happens at Christmas. So your like Miracle on 34th Street would be a conventional Christmas film.
Mm-hmm.
Although, saying that, I think I'm about to put my own argument against me now, because A Christmas Carol, you could say, isn't actually about Christmas. It's just that it happens at Christmas time. So
it's about reinvigorating his love for Christmas and people, though, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I suppose so. But then you could still have the same film happen, and it wouldn't be at Christmas time. And it's just
It'd
about
just be
him.
a ghost story.
Yeah. Well, it's just about him making finding himself again.
Yeah.
And yeah. So I don't know whether you could class it as a conventional Christmas.
I never
film.
thought about it that way before, but you're right. That could just have happened at any time of the year.
Yeah, it could be
A
an
warm
Easter
summer
film
night.
or a warm summer. Yeah.
I think a Christmas film is any film that happens at Christmas time.
Christmas.
Entirely at Christmas time.
Right.
Thus,
Not-
Batman.
Yeah, thus Batman.
Yeah.
And Love Actually.
Yep.
But because if you've got a film where it just dips into Christmas for like 10 minutes and then it's the summertime, that's not a Christmas film.
Yeah.
But if it's Christmas from start to finish, it's a Christmas
It's a Christmas
film.
film. Okay, yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, there are some. I suppose there's some points in Love Actually though that you couldn't do without Christmas, like when
The song.
the song. Yeah, the whole fact that there's a Christmas #1 around it. The fact that Alan Rickman buys his secretary the present.
Could have been a birthday
wife,
present.
The wife thought that she was getting for Christmas, and she got the.
Could have had the
CD.
same birthday.
I think we can
They
all
could have
agree.
had the same.
Yeah. That's one of the saddest scenes in cinema, I think.
Yeah, it is.
Oh
It's
yeah,
not
yeah.
like-
Her sing along to the Joni, playing
Yeah.
the Joni Mitchell album. Yeah.
Yeah, makes me cry just thinking about it.
Quickly move subject.
Yeah, moving on. So we're talking about Black Christmas,
Yeah.
Gremlins,
Hmm.
and Die Hard. Are we talking about Batman as well?
Can do.
We'll just chat about them all.
Yeah.
Can we
Yeah.
start with Black Christmas, because I watched
Yeah.
that last night?
Hmm.
Yeah. I enjoyed it, and I did think, oh yeah, I could watch this
Yeah.
as a Christmas tradition. It's really gory though. It's a bit.
I've not
Or
seen
the
the
version
that
I
you've seen.
watched.
Yeah.
It was pretty naff.
Yeah.
But in a sort of, well, I was like, is this a B movie? Because if it's a B movie
Oh.
style film, then it's not too bad. But if it's not going for that, then it is just a bit rubbish.
Well, I think it's like, so you had in the 80s when the 80s, 70s when the original Black Christmas came out, you had like a string of those, like Prom Night was another one that then got remade. And so when you had those, there almost seems like there's a hierarchy of like good horror films from those times. So you'd obviously have like your Halloweens and this sort like the slasher films where the teenagers all get cut up and killed. And then there was like the next set down, which is where you get your Black Christmases and your Prom Nights.
Yeah.
And then like My Bloody Valentine was in there as well and things. And when they started remaking those, I think the originals were almost seen as like a bit of a like fun sort of. So they've remade them in that sense, which is probably why it feels quite B-movie-esque.
Yeah.
But like when we watched Black Christmas, it's always great to remember the only time you ever see the killer is that terrifying little shot of his eye, and
Yeah.
it's always just been the maniacal laugh.
Yeah. And so just quickly, the plot line of Black Christmas. It's set in basically a sorority house where the killer went through a really traumatic childhood. There's incest and he's locked up in the attic. And then basically he gets put into an insane asylum, and then he breaks free and goes back to the house because he wants to find his mum there.
You don't
Not-
even get that in the original.
Right, okay,
It's
so they've
just that
elaborated.
there's a killer in
Okay,
the house.
it would have been better that way, I
Yeah.
think. Yeah, just simple. There's a killer, and they're going around slashing up psoriasis.
There was an escape in the 70s one, though, wasn't there?
There was a what?
There was an escape. He escaped from a mental institute because I thought it was on the radio. I thought part of the film there was a radio, like a radio broadcast
Right,
of
okay.
it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But
We'll go with that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't remember the start of it, but yeah.
It is good. I remember there was a line in it. She keeps it did get a bit confusing, although it was quite slow paced. So I think I kept dipping in and out of boredom. And there's a line where she keeps saying she's my family now, and all I could think about was Papa Lazarou from The League of Gentlemen. She's my wife now. But yeah, it was all right. I mean, I'm always a fan of a Christmas sort of ghost story, so this was probably a bit too gruesome for that sort of thing that I was looking for. But I still enjoyed it.
I think you'd enjoy the original.
Yeah, well, I really wanted to watch the original. I just couldn't find it anywhere. So yeah, I knew this. It was kind of like early noughties.
Yeah,
Bit
I'm just
naff.
looking at. I don't know any of the cast. I don't know what any of them have been in before.
Oh, I think I recognised
She was in
one.
Buffy.
Oh, was she?
One of them's in Mean Girls as
Yeah.
well.
Right.
But yeah,
One of them was Buffy's stepsister.
God, that's like
good
that's
for
really
knowledge.
Super fan.
scraping the barrel a little bit there, isn't it? Who have we got? Someone from Buffy?
No,
The one off How I Met Your
she was-
Mother?
she was a big
no.
character.
Yeah. Oh, was she?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Okay. I never watched.
She was
Buffy.
one of the team.
She was one of the team. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Fair enough. Does she beat Margot Kidder in the original one though?
I'm not really a super fan. I just know she was in Buffy.
Oh, okay. No, the original one had Lois Lane in it.
Did it?
Yeah.
The film?
Yeah.
Is that did that have who played Buffy?
Sarah Michelle Gellar.
No, in the film.
Oh, I don't know. No. In the original Black Christmas,
Oh right, okay.
the main
sorry.
woman was Margot Kidder, who
Yeah,
played
back to
Lois
Christmas
Lane.
films.
Yes, sorry, yeah, no, off Buffy. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
And pause for edit.
Yeah. I was like, I cannot contribute to this. So yeah, is it a Christmas film? Is it? Would you say? I mean,
That Shaky Ground is a
takes
Christmas film, I
takes
think.
place
Yeah.
at Christmas.
Yeah.
There's lots of snow.
Yeah.
But I can't even remember in the 70s
that-
version. I
yeah.
can't even remember decorations.
There were
They have
definite.
them.
There was a tree
There's
and
a-
like
yeah.
That's a
gifts.
Christmas film then.
Yeah. Oh, it's a Christmas film. Then. Should it, to sort of make up rules as we go along, should it have that nice festive cheer feeling about it for it to be a Christmas film? Or are we going to put Black Christmas and Silent Night, Deadly Night and everything in it?
See, yeah, because I wrote down there are films that aren't set at Christmas that give me a Christmas feeling, like Saving Mr. Banks
Yeah.
and Hook, although part
Yeah.
of Hook is set at Christmas. Those two films give me that really warm,
Yeah, yeah.
festive feeling.
Yeah. My boss, her favourite Christmas film is The Wizard of Oz.
Oh, yeah.
Because
See, there
she
you
only
go,
watches
yeah.
it at Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's
So Where
lovely.
Eagles Dare is a Christmas film.
All the ones I think of like that are Christmas films or Christmas
okay.
films to me.
Yeah, yeah.
In fact, I think the only one you'd quibble with is Batman Returns.
Right.
The Garfield.
No, you
Christmas
see, I didn't
special.
realise you were on about Returns. I thought you were on about the Batman.
No, Batman
Ah,
Returns.
okay,
Love
Yeah,
Batman
yeah.
Returns.
Yeah, I
That's
watched-
more Christmas.
I watched it twice last week.
I thought Christopher Walken holding up Christmas presents. For God's sake. It's got
That whole. I was amazed watching that last week 'cause it's
Yeah.
been
a while.
probably 10 years since I've watched it.
Oh, wow.
Now, if you watch Batman, and I still like the original 80s Batman,
Yeah.
but it's aged a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That's timeless, that
makes sense.
film. That hasn't aged a day.
I really want to watch it now.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant film.
What was I going to say? Batman.
Forever. And
No.
Robin.
Oh, Robin.
Yeah.
Robin Hood, King of Thieves. Wow, what a segue. Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, I class as sort of a festive film.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Just because I love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
'cause it's
Even
one-
though it's
the
so
sort of film-
stupid how he walks from. Where does he walk from?
So he walks in
Scotland.
the Middle East, doesn't he?
Oh,
too?
it's from the Middle East.
Yeah, yeah.
Jeez.
He gets to like the White Cliffs of Dover,
Yeah,
and then he's in Nottingham like
yeah.
an hour later.
Parish walk champion.
Yeah, with his
got a
American accent. But yeah. So Black Christmas. I would say it was a Christmas film, but I wouldn't say it gives me Christmas feels.
No.
No.
There's no
Definitely
happy
not.
ending.
No, it's really gruesome. Ugh,
Yeah.
in a lot of ways.
I mean, even Gremlins has a happy ending.
yeah.
So
I love Gremlins.
Grem-
Gremlins 2's best, I think. I think that's the best
I've
Gremlins.
only ever seen the first one.
Have you?
Mm.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Don't know what to say. I'm going. Bye.
I resign. Yeah.
Can we all be honest, though, that the best Christmas film and the most Christmassy feeling Christmas film is The Snowman?
I find the Snowman quite harrowing.
It is
it
harrowing.
is,
Yeah.
Doesn't leave me feeling very good.
But I think as well,
Just turn it off at the party.
when we were, I think when we were kids, they must have either re-released or that's when Walking in the Air was released. So the Christmassy feel bit about the Snowman is when that kicks off and they start flying.
Yes, yeah.
And so I think we've just been like Stockholm syndromed into that song.
I think that would have been released when we were kids, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I don't think that was out before us. I think we'd have been in for the original run.
Been in for, aren't we old school? Let me have a look at what year. No, not the.
But no, I love Snowman, still do. I'm not too into the Snow Dog,
No.
Right.
but the Snowman, I love it. It's great.
It is lovely. Yeah, I just always remember the animation, I think, when I was little,
Yeah.
scared me a little bit,
Did
actually.
it?
Yeah, I don't know what
It's
it
a
was
bit
about
unnerving.
it.
It's constantly moving.
Yeah,
There's
shifting.
no still lines to
Yeah.
it.
I must admit, Christmas is the only time where it's perfectly acceptable in a film or a cartoon for a complete stranger to come and take a child on an adventure from
Yeah, I
his
know.
bedroom.
Peter Pan.
Yeah, it's true.
It's in your lifetime. It's not in my lifetime. 1982.
Was it? Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah. So the Snowman is, and then they did another one in the same style called Father Christmas, didn't they? Which was like the spin-off.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
The
suppose.
spin-off.
Yeah. What you get to see Father Christmas in, which I was never a big fan of either.
I like the idea of them going into the little cartoon Santa going, "We're giving you your own show."
Finally
Made it.
I just couldn't get over the death of the Snowman. At the end.
That's pretty harrowing to be fair.
Yeah.
But he keeps the bits, though. That's what
He
the next
keeps
one.
the bits.
Yeah.
It's like having the cremated ashes on your
It
fireplace.
is, yeah.
I'm not sure what that carrot was made of, but he keeps all the stuff, like the hat and things, and then he builds them again the next year, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
does he
true.
build him again?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay. No,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
isn't as sad an ending
Snow-
as I
Snow-
remembered.
Snowman 2, Revenge of the Snowman. It's the same Snowman.
Snowman harder.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a classic Christmas film. So the big debate that's been going for years and years and years is Die Hard. And originally I was like, no, Die Hard's not a Christmas film. But after witnessing the debate for literally 10 years, now I'm just like, yeah, I think it...
You just warmed down.
Yeah.
Fine.
Sure, just shut up about it. Yeah, it is.
I only realised that it maybe in the last couple of years it's even set at Christmas time. And then I remembered the ho ho ho, now I've got a machine gun, and thought, of course.
Sunset set. Yeah.
Yeah.
That pun makes sense. Now.
It does. That wouldn't have made sense in July.
I mean, I think you can class it as a Christmas film. Although it can obviously easily be made any other time, and The Rock remade it recently, where he was in a big building and he had to save his family from terrorists.
Do you know what?
It's exactly the same
For a
film.
split second, I thought they were remaking Die Hard with The Rock in it, and I got so excited.
No, because Die Hard worked so well because Bruce Willis wasn't an action hero. He just looked like me
but
and
Die
you.
Hard with The Rock would work well.
No,
Because The Rock's The Rock.
no.
Yeah.
I can't wait till he dies, either in a film or in real life.
That's not very Christmas.
Martyn.
It's not very Christmas. Is it? No. I think the closest... in fact, no, it wasn't even the closest you got, because I watched Jumanji recently.
The second one.
I don't know.
You liked that, didn't you?
I really liked
I
the
liked
one.
it too.
Yeah.
I watched whatever's on Netflix.
Yeah, that's the first remake, and the second, it's
Right.
not a remake. Basically, the third one is out in the cinema at the moment.
Yeah.
The second one is on Netflix.
Yeah.
Okay, so I must have watched it must have been the first one because they didn't know what was happening when they got sucked into the game.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Did you not like it?
No, I did. I did enjoy it.
Okay.
Yeah. But it was like all the other characters were quite uncomfortable in the bodies that they'd ended up in, apart from like the Rock's one, where it was like, God damn, check me out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly how I'd have been. That is the real reaction to waking up one day and go, oh shit, I'm The Rock.
Yeah.
Nobody's living a better life than The Rock.
I'd have liked him to have had something wrong with him.
But you know when people tweet #living my best life,
Yeah.
everyone that's ever tweeted that has lied apart from The Rock.
Apart from the Rock.
Yeah.
Okay. He goes into my list of people where it just seems too good.
Oh yeah.
He's watched a man die and didn't do anything about it, is what I'm saying.
Are we talking? What are we talking about now? Are we talking about real life or?
No.
Okay,
Yes.
good. Like, we go down some dark avenue.
No,
like-
sorry, yeah. No, I've got this theory that anyone who's like public facing, who just
Okay.
seems too happy and
Right.
too like life's too good,
Yes.
they're hiding something.
Okay, yeah. So there's a bunch of bodies like stashed under
Yeah.
his kitchen floor.
Yeah, something like that. Or like he's like running. We'll get off it. We'll talk about this later, but because it's not very Christmassy. Die Hard
Yeah.
is a Christmas film.
Okay, so I would have thought both of you would have thought it was a Christmas film.
Yeah, and I think even just like your reckoning, where it's just been debated for so long, you just go, do you know what? Yeah, fine. If you can, as I say, if you can class A Christmas Carol as a Christmas film, because it's all about your man's redemption and coming to terms with the fact that
But
he was
it's
horrible.
got Christmas in the title.
It does have Christmas in the title, yeah. But even like It's a Wonderful Life as well. And that's
Yeah.
my favourite Christmas film ever.
Yeah.
But it's basically about an alcoholic finding himself again.
Yeah.
So, and it just so happens that it happens at Christmas, and there's all the Christmas carols that make it even sadder. But it's
But maybe
the sort of
those
core theme of it.
those realizations need to happen at Christmas time because it's
They
a
do.
time of love and reflection.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh no, that's what I mean though. If we're classing those as Christmas films, then we should class
Yeah.
Thingy, because it's kind of that because Bruce Willis and I was going to say Bruce Willis and Holly then, but that's like real name, character name. They're like they've had a big argument, haven't they? And they like hate each other, and so but it sort of turns around that then they end up not hating each other in the end.
Yeah.
So maybe you could say that's Christmas, or all the bullets that flew past their head.
And also, I think just from years of fighting that fight,
Mhm.
people have earned the right for it to be a Christmas film.
Yeah.
So, Batman Returns.
I think it's
We touched on this
the
before.
most Christmassy film for me.
The
The
most
most
Christmas.
Christmas.
Yeah, my
Even
favourite Christmassy
more
film.
Christmassy than The Snowman.
Probably more Christmassy, yeah. It starts with a massive Christmas tree that all the clowns jump out of. It starts with a
That all
Christmas
the
tree.
scary clowns
Yeah.
jump out of. Okay.
I watched it with Arthur this week, my son, and he was sat there and he was pretty bored at the beginning. He's
Yeah.
pretty bored. And
He's 3, isn't he?
2.
Right. I don't think he's quite going to get it yet.
Well, you say that, but and it started with him sort of going like, because he's really into ET at the minute. Everything's
nice.
like, I want to watch the Alien. I want to watch the Alien.
That's another
E.T.,
one,
is that a
E.T.
Christmas film?
Well, Spielberg, isn't it? Just
Yeah.
festive feels.
Spielberg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then the back car turns up,
Yeah.
and he shut up for a second. You go,
Mm-hmm.
that's a bit weird. Then it goes to inside the car. It's Batman. He went, Batman.
Yeah, but that's because he's your son.
Yeah.
So he doesn't know anything else but Batman and
But
dinosaurs.
Then it was in.
Batman and Jurassic Park. Yeah.
I forgot how gruesome it was, though.
Oh right, okay.
Like, especially the bit where the penguin bites that guy's nose off.
Oh yeah, that's pretty gruesome.
Yeah, I forgot about all that sort of stuff. But I think now certainly I think it's the best superhero film. Looking back at it, I don't think there's been a better one. I wish Tim Burton had made a third Batman. I wish he'd done it as a trilogy.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
Yeah.
Maybe you can remake them all.
Not now.
No,
Tim Burton
it'll be
is a
all
spent
CGI.
force.
Well, yes,
Yeah.
that's very true.
did either of you watch the documentary about him trying to make that Superman film that got canned with Nicolas Cage's Superman?
No,
No.
but that sounds incredible.
So this documentary is called The Death of Superman Lives, and it's ace.
Right.
But him and is it Helena Bonham Carter he was married to?
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, no, I didn't realise.
I think they've separated now, but they were together at the time, and it kept cutting back and forwards to them, doing different parts of the interview. They live in 2 houses next door to each
Yeah,
other.
they do, yeah.
One is painted white
Yeah.
and one is painted black.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's exactly how they should live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They always came across like a really cool couple.
Yeah.
I need to watch Batman Returns.
It's great. I although there was something slightly off-putting about it, is the fake snow is quite obviously foam when you watch
Oh,
Batman.
no.
Yeah, I only realised when you watch the Batcar pull up and you go, that's weird. Snow doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was one of the things I was totally unconvinced by in Black Christmas. One of the girls goes outside and she's like, I'm not going outside. It's freezing out there. That's my American accent. That's the best I can do.
That was really good.
Thank you,
It was a
Martyn.
great sorority girl.
Thank you.
You'd have
And-
made a great sorority girl.
Oh, God. Thanks. And then, so she kicks off about not wanting to go outside because of how cold it was and you could hear the wind and whatnot. And she goes outside and she's like, do you know when someone's just not acting,
Yeah.
not
Yeah,
even
yeah.
trying to act like they're cold? And I was just like, I don't believe this. Like, I can believe all the murders. I can believe all the incestuous past. I don't believe she's cold.
That cost her an Oscar.
Yeah. Okay, what about Gremlins? Gremlins is a Christmas
Gremlins
film.
is a Christmas
easy.
film, yeah. That at some points that feels more Christmassy, and you forget about the monsters. And yeah, that's definitely Christmas. It even feels Christmassy when the mum's going mad in the kitchen and just like taking every gremlin in sight out.
Oh yeah,
That is a great scene.
It
Such a good
is.
scene.
So good.
Microwave them, food
Yeah.
blender them.
Yeah.
I think it's such a shame. I know we touched on this before with stuff, but I think it more and more now. The more I go watch like what you think of like classic family films and stuff like Gremlins, but there's going to be there's this big gaping hole now for where films are just going to be unwatchable because of CGI, and in a very short amount of time. Whereas you get Gremlins and stuff like that, and it's still
just the
watchable.
puppets, weren't
Yeah, and even what I found like watching films like that now is because it was all shot on film instead of digital.
Yeah.
It's dead easily up-res to 4K.
Yeah.
Because it was recorded in such high resolution anyway. So you're there thinking, well, actually now all the colours are vibrant and everything. You haven't got that VHS sort of blur over everything. And then so it's not just the fact that they haven't aged, but they look better now than they did when you watched them the first time round.
Yeah.
I do like watching old films not restored though
Yeah.
as well. So it's actually
Looking at you, Star Wars.
yeah. Yeah, but I quite like it's got like a bit of a charm
Yeah.
to
it
it.
does.
Listening to it, it's like listening to, well, not like listening to a cassette tape because that was terrible.
No, it's awful.
terrible,
Yeah. You can say record, you hipster.
but, okay, yeah, it's like listening to vinyl. Yeah. So, but yeah. I think some films just suit having that old sort of thing to
quality.
them. Yeah.
Definitely.
Like It's a Wonderful Life. It
love
looks
that
weird
film.
restored.
Yeah.
Because it's just too clear.
Yeah.
And as you say about the CG, I read a review of Cats yesterday.
It's been getting slammed, hasn't
Oh,
it?
yeah, I haven't read a good thing about it yet.
Hopefully this will end James Corden's career.
Well, Mark Kermode said it's one of those films that will taint an established actor's career and destroy a new actor's career.
Did he say that? I haven't listened to his review
it's
yet.
amazing.
Outrageous. Well, as soon as I saw like even a glimpse of the advert, I was like, "Oh, good God! Like, what have they done?"
Yeah.
It was
And it's
really uncomfortable to look at.
They were chimeras. You know, it's like they've been built in a lab somewhere.
Yeah.
And so they've CG'd all the fur onto all the characters.
Yeah.
And it just looks bizarre. And you spend
Yeah.
most of the I spent most of the trailer. I've not seen the film. Just looking at the fur and like
Just
thinking, what have they
uncomfortable.
done to that? Yeah, it's very, very strange. That's not a Christmas film.
Well, the
Shaking of the finger then. No.
the funny thing is, I because Cats is a musical, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm not great on musicals, and I would never have watched it,
If you knew it was a musical,
but I will watch it now to see how bad it is.
right? Yeah. Well, at least torrent it.
Morbid.
Oh yeah, I won't
curiosity.
pay.
Don't box
no,
it.
no, not a penny of my money is going in Corden's pocket.
Yeah, although I don't agree with torrent, obviously. It's
No,
terrible.
obviously not. By you mean borrow it off John Torrent, which we know.
That's him.
Yeah, what a guy.
Whole tours.
He has so many films.
Yeah, so many films, and he's really generous.
Yeah.
Shame about the quality on a lot of them.
Yeah. Who'd have thought he was Russian with a name like that as well?
Yeah. We've killed Lee.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Back on topic again.
No, it's fine. I enjoy it. What would you say are your unpopular opinions on some of the festive classics? So,
I don't like Miracle on 34th Street at all.
Any of them?
Any of
At all,
them?
No.
Okay. Is there any particular reason why?
I just think it's really, really, really boring.
Okay.
And the last place I want to see Father Christmas is jail.
He does get out of jail.
But yeah, I'm not.
Because he's Father Christmas.
Because he's Father Christmas and he's got a really good lawyer.
Yeah.
But I thought out of all
And he
the...
said all those people he kept were elves.
Yeah.
I thought that of all the Father Christmases and Santa Clauses, Richard Attenborough would
he
be
was great.
mine.
Yeah.
I really wanted him to be Dumbledore.
Yeah, that would have been great casting. I do like that the defence that got him off, though, would probably cause a massive kick-off.
The what, sorry?
The defence that got him free
Oh, yeah.
probably
Oh,
would cause a massive
yes.
kickoff now.
Yeah, most definitely.
So the defence is that the lawyer goes up to the judge and hands him like a $10 bill, whatever, and says, read that. And then on the top of the thing it says, in God we trust. And so the lawyer goes, prove God exists. You can't, so you can't prove Santa doesn't exist.
Yeah.
And that's what gets him off.
It's a good defence, to be fair, isn't it? Yeah. I can imagine loads of people kicking off about
I
that
could be
now.
a lawyer now, I feel. You just go, prove he murdered them.
I would like to see the behind the scenes cuts of that where Santa is speaking to his legal team in a small room. He's like, "You're going to say what?
Yeah.
Hang on. I thought we were going to go for plea bargain."
Other unpopular opinions of well-liked films. I'm trying to think.
Let me think here. I don't.
I really like the one. I really like the Santa Claus with the guy from Home Improvements in it.
Tim Allen.
Yeah,
I really like that
I
one
love
as
that
well.
film.
It's just,
That one.
it's
Yeah.
just good fun.
I was going to go slightly more controversial. Say I think he's my favourite Father Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine. Thought you made a good Santa Claus. Yeah.
What your views are? Have you ever seen Santa Claus the movie with
Yes.
Dudley Moore?
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
That's
watched
a
it the
good
other
Father
day.
Christmas.
That is
Yeah.
a very
Yeah.
good Christmas film.
Yeah, that's ace.
I'm not going to say it's terrible. I like it.
Okay, good.
Because a lot of people I talk about, they go, I've never seen. I don't know what you're talking
Well,
about.
they made another Santa Claus the movie, didn't? Because we watched it last year at Christmas time. It was a Netflix only one. It had
The terrible one.
the terrible one.
Yeah.
Who played Father Christmas?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Not oh God.
Vin Diesel.
Is he in a Tarantino film? Is he in Death
Samuel
Proof?
L. Jackson. Merry Christmas.
You can't have Samuel L. Jackson as Father Christmas. Father Christmas has got hair.
Just aggressively chucking presents in kids' faces.
Yeah. I can't remember. Kurt Russell.
Kurt
that's
Russell,
right.
Yeah, that is the
Yeah.
person I'm thinking of.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
think if someone sat down and said, Rhian, write me a list of people you'd like to play Father Christmas, Kurt Russell would be nowhere on that list.
Yes, I remember watching that actually.
Mm.
It was a weird one.
I hated it.
Okay,
Yeah, I can't think. I've got more like guilty pleasures.
go for let's talk about ones we like then.
Okay. Home Alone.
Of course.
Unconventionals or conventionals?
No, any now.
Any.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Home Alone, I would say,
Home
is a
Alone.
conventional.
Yeah.
And then you look back, you see all these memes now. Like, I really want to know what his parents do to live in a
Yeah,
house
yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
But I was watching Netflix have put up some like the movies that made me.
Amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's really good because they covered Home Alone and
Yeah.
talked about how long it took to find the perfect house and
Yeah.
how many times it almost wasn't made and
Yeah, I love the. There were two things that I really liked finding out about that was the fact that the house was actually built inside a school,
yep,
and so it
they
wasn't
did pretty
in
much
the
everything
house.
inside the school, didn't
Yeah,
they?
because the actual house that you see from the outside, well, all the rooms are too small to have film crews in, and still make it look like a big room.
Yeah.
So they had a school where like all 16 candles and everything was made, and Breakfast Club, and they built the house in the school.
Oh, wow.
And so when they flood the basement, that's the swimming pool in the school.
That's cool.
So clever, isn't it?
And the other thing was that the script for Home Alone was written in a weekend.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, let's be honest here. There's not a great deal to it. There's not a massive amount. Home Alone 2 better than Home Alone 1?
Oh,
See, it's instantly more Christmassy because it's in New York.
yeah,
Yeah.
of course, yeah.
Yeah.
One of the rare occasions where sequel
Yeah.
is just as
Yeah,
good
yeah.
as the first film,
Yeah.
which is always nice.
Yeah, easily. I love that Chris Columbus was given National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation to do, and he fell out with Chevy Chase. So we went, because that's
yeah.
John Hughes' film as well.
Yeah.
He went to John Hughes and he was going to him to say, I can't do this. Right? And before he even opened his mouth, John Hughes says, this isn't working, is it? Have this script instead. And it was Home Alone.
No way.
I think Christopher Columbus does festive, that sort of magical feeling
Yeah.
very well. Because he directed Harry Potter, didn't he? A lot of the Harry Potter
Yes,
films.
yeah. He did Gremlins.
Gremlins, yeah.
Yeah.
Who was the guy? Not Joe Pesci.
Daniel Stern.
Yeah, he almost...
Oh, he turned it down, didn't
He turned it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, and someone else was cast, and it was only a few months down the line when they were like, the chemistry
It's not
between the two of them
working,
is just not working, that Daniel Stern eventually got over his ego, he said, and said, yeah, I'll take it on.
Oh, wow.
So,
Yeah, I love stuff like that. Yeah, it's quite. Have you seen any more of that?
I
series?
really watched the Dirty Dancing one. That was good as well.
Right.
And how much Jennifer, what's her name, Jennifer Grey,
Yeah.
and Patrick Swayze really didn't like each other at all.
Oh right.
Yeah, so that
Yeah,
was
big
interesting.
fights on set.
Massive fights. Yeah.
Oh, on unconventional Christmas films, Ghostbusters, because that's the third episode in that series. I'd say it's fairly Christmassy. It's not set entirely during Christmas, I don't think.
I didn't think it was set in Christmas at all. I didn't.
There's
weird,
a few
I think
scenes
it-
where they bust ghosts up at Christmas time. Isn't it?
the three ghosts.
Yeah.
I think any sort of 80s, 90s nostalgic film,
Yeah.
family film,
Yeah.
feels
Have
festive.
that sort of magic to it.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's just because of when we were born,
Maybe.
Yeah.
but family films in particular. I was like, oh, this is a nice film. Makes me feel nice.
My Nightmare Before Christmas as well.
Yeah.
I love that. It's a great film.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I watched that the other day.
That was still Pete Burton.
Yeah.
Peak Burton,
Yeah.
very much so.
Yeah.
Edward Scissorhands
Yes.
gives me the festive feels, even though
Yeah.
it's not really got anything to do with Christmas.
There's
It's just
snow
got a
in
bit
it,
of
though.
snow in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The music in that I find is
Yeah, the
wonderful.
music, yeah.
I really like Elf.
I like Elf.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll take
yeah,
Elf.
Yeah, Elf's
I
a good
don't.
film,
That's unconvincing, Martin.
no, I've not watched it enough time. I've seen it like maybe 2 or 3 times, I think.
It's just
And,
silly.
yeah.
There's-
Oh, it is. Yeah.
So silly.
Oh, God, what's his name?
Will Ferrell.
Yeah, there's a certain comedy itch that I think only Will Ferrell can scratch. Yeah. He does a type of comedy,
Yeah.
and I don't think anybody else does it like he does it.
Not now. Robin Williams is dead.
Would you put that in the same box?
No. I just say that Will Ferrell's like.
Like a Williams light?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just in that sort of like very animated, not quite slapstick, but just
yeah.
crazy sort of comedy thing that Robin Williams had in his characters.
Obviously, Robin Williams is a much better actor. Like there's a
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, he was
God,
still
like-
Mork from Mork, so yeah. Which is a Christmas TV show.
24 Hour Photo was his best film.
Pardon?
24 Hour Photo was Robin Williams'
That was a
best
very
film.
good film,
Wasn't
yeah.
it?
But he did creepy very well.
Yeah.
Dead Poets Society, though.
Dead Poets Society is incredible.
And Toys. I like Toys. Toys has
Toys.
got a Christmassy feel to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got toys in it.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of my top 3. Muppets Christmas Carol.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I really like The Grinch.
Yeah, I've not seen that in a long time.
I watched The Grinch this week.
Really?
Yeah.
How are you not feeling festive?
I don't know. To be perfectly honest, I feel a lot more festive now than I did before we walked in this room.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
so-
glad. That's good.
I'm not a massive fan of The Grinch.
Okay.
I don't know why. It's just never the whole Dr. Seuss thing sort of doesn't hit with me.
Yeah. Well, it was. I think with it being very American, it wasn't really part of our childhoods.
No,
Yeah.
Like
maybe.
The Cat in the Hat and the other one that he did. There, we had Roald Dahl. We didn't
I was
need
just
Dr.
about to
Seuss.
say we had Roald Dahl. Yeah, we didn't need Zeus.
Yeah. Which again, like things that could be Christmassy but aren't Christmassy, like
Any
Charlie
Roald
and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah.
Obviously the Gene Wilder version, not the
Yeah,
Tim Burton.
I didn't like the Tim Burton. I'm so
It
disappointed.
was
Terrible.
such a missed opportunity
I
as
know.
well.
Well, the same with Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah.
Alice in Wonderland.
That should have worked amazing.
Yeah, it should have.
Alice in Wonderland's my favourite story of all time. I
Yeah.
love the story. It's great.
Yeah, Alice in Wonderland and Peter Pan both give me
Mhm.
festive feels,
Mhm.
but like the animations.
Yeah.
Although I did like the naff sort of 2003 version of Peter Pan. Just 'cause
2003 version.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just because I fancied the boy that played Peter Pan. Doesn't take much really to win me over. But yeah, Peter Pan and Alice in Wonderland always give me Christmassy feels.
Yeah. Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe as well.
Yes,
I
there
would
you
say.
go. Narnia.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Of course. The land where it's always winter but
Always
never
winter.
Christmas.
Yeah.
No.
It's a great Christmas.
Yeah, it's a great Christmas film. This isn't a Christmas film, but what's it called? It's basically 3 people stuck on a chairlift.
What?
I've seen this.
Yeah, it makes for a great
Yeah,
drinking
yeah,
game.
yeah,
yeah.
It's so rubbish. Darren, what's it called? Oh, I can't remember, but we would watch it on ski seasons all
Okay,
the
yeah,
time
yeah.
because
Yeah.
it's so funny. And yeah, these 3 people go skiing and they decide to like sneak in one last run, and then the lift shuts for a long weekend and they're stuck there.
Right.
There's wolves.
Yeah.
You know,
Someone falls and breaks a leg.
someone falls and jumps down and breaks their
Yeah.
leg, and the starting thing, I'm like, just zip your coat up all the way up to the top to begin with, and keep your gloves on. It's not really rocket science, is it?
Yeah, nice. No, I don't know what that. I've not seen that.
Frozen. Might be called Frozen.
Might be. It's definitely a one-word name because I kept thinking Alive, but that's the plane crash.
That's the plane crash.
Oh,
not
right,
Christmas.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still snow.
There is still snow in there, yeah.
But cannibalism's
not very
and
Christmas.
Christmas don't go together. Although
Don't
Christmas
they?
Cannibals sounds like a band.
It does. It sounds like
Oh, I quite
a
like that.
new sort of. It should have been an 80s film that's going to get remade.
Yeah.
B-movie.
Just quickly, I have found recently the Christmas episode of Black Mirror. That's now going to become one of my Christmas traditions. So it's horrible, actually. It's got the song "I Wish It Could Be Christmas Every Day" in it.
Yeah.
And he's done something wrong, and he's basically killed a child by accident or something. There's a
And the
few
song
different.
keeps
I'm
repeating all the
so
way through
terrible
the-
at
Got it wrong,
explaining.
Jeff. It's when a child is born.
Yeah, and basically he ends up stuck
Does it end up with him in a kitchen?
in a
And
kitchen.
he kills him. Does he?
He
Kill
doesn't
himself?
kill him. He can't kill himself. It's just Christmas every single day.
That's it. Yeah.
It's dark.
That is good.
It's
that.
really dark.
Yeah.
I must have seen it. I can't think of it, but I must have seen it. Is it one of the early season ones?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like a Christmas special after
Yeah.
season 2 or something.
It's,
I could
it's
probably go
very
back and
dark.
watch
It's
that.
very, very, very
God.
dark. Yeah. You have to be in
Yeah.
the right frame of mind.
You already need to be in like Disney level
Yeah,
of
you-
happiness.
Before you
And
get
it'll-
dragged down,
But it'll bring you down to like Daily Martin.
like Thorpe Park levels.
Yeah, that's the one, yeah. Chessington World of Adventure. Or Lowther Park, actually, as it is now. Yeah. That's it. It's a really
Very
good
dark.
one.
And also, have you seen the Krampus?
Yes.
Did
Yeah,
you like
it's a
that?
good film. I like that.
Right. Okay. It got a bit silly for me towards the end,
Mm-hmm.
but I love the Austrian myth. So is
Yeah.
it basically around Christmas time, all these demons walk through the streets of Austria, like basically stealing kids,
Yeah.
don't they? I don't think they actually do that in Austria. I hope not, anyway.
No, I
But,
think they get
uh,
released again. It's just
right.
all
Okay.
video.
It's just for a night. It's fine.
I'll always salute method actors.
But I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, did you see the Inside
And
Number
number
9?
9, yeah.
About that,
That's
yeah.
one of my favourite episodes.
I think that's the only episode I've seen.
Yeah.
So
Really?
Is that the one where she's dead?
No, that's the Sheridan Smith one. They did a Christmas special that was like about Krampus and it was set in a...
Oh,
It's
But
like
they-
a show
We'll have
within
to
a
have a
show,
look
and
at
they do
that.
the bad acting. And
Yeah, they do it like a 70s like B-movie type thing.
Oh, Ace, I'll have to go back.
So when you look at it and you go, God, this is terrible, it's meant to be.
Because that Sheridan Smith one, that
Sheridan
was
Smith one was
Christmas
amazing.
time, wasn't it? That was the Christmas
I
dinner that
think
was all
that
set
was-
round, wasn't it?
I think that's a Christmas one.
which
Yeah.
one?
You know, the only way I can describe it is
yes.
to give
Sorry,
it away.
sorry,
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
The really like sad
Car
one.
crash
Yeah.
one,
Yes, yeah. Watch the Krampus one. It's good. You'll
Yeah,
like it.
I'll have a look for it.
Yeah, a bottom Christmas special as well. I always like.
Yeah, I like a Christmas special.
Yeah,
Vicar Dibley, classic,
Vicar Dibley one.
classic
Yeah,
episode.
and usually they're quite sad as well, but
Yeah,
I like it when they stay sort of up there.
uplifted.
Yeah.
It was in the news that the best TV Christmas special of all time was The Office. That was voted the best one of all time.
Was it?
Where Tim and
You won.
Dawn get together.
Right. Do you know what? I've never seen The Office.
Any
Either
of the Office.
American or UK.
I've
No.
never seen.
Let's
the
just
American
end
one,
this
I
here.
watched
I'm running out of voice.
Okay, that's all right.
Yeah. And also it's going to be the news soon. So
Cool.
thank you very much. This was far too long in between doing another
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we'll do it
We'll
sooner
make it
again
more
next time.
regular in the
New
new
Year's
year.
resolution.
We can do our favourite New Year films.
Yeah.
Yay!
Which
Do they
just-
exist?
They're just called films.
They're just called films.
Yeah. we can like make it a thing.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well,
Cool.
thank you very much.
Cheers.
Merry Christmas to all.
Merry Christmas.
To all, good night.
Bye bye.